So we're going to be starting a brand new series on the channel today, guys, where I'm going to be breaking down gameplay, whether that be kill streaks like we have in today's video, whether that be entire matches, even maybe ranked matches in the future and stuff like that. But the thing with this series is it won't only be my gameplay. I'm going to leave this open to you guys as well to submit your own gameplay. In the description, you will find a link where you can go and submit your own gameplay. Like I said, it can be a wide variety of different gameplay. And over the next few weeks and months, I'll be sorting through that and essentially making content using some of your guys' footage as well as my own footage from time to time as well. Now today we're going to be taking a look at two of the best kill streaks that I've had so far in XDefiant, mostly focusing on how to extend your kill streaks. I'm going to kind of walk you through what I was thinking at the time and hopefully teach you guys a few things about how to extend your kill streaks. Now we're going to get stuck into the first gameplay here, and this was a domination match on Pueblito. I was using the ACR. I believe this was my first proper kill streak in the game. Now the first thing that I want to note here is to do with how I round this corner. I'm not just going to walk around the corner. As you can see, I actually sort of jumped around the corner, which is something that I want you guys to take note of, that I do that quite a bit. I will explain it a little bit more in depth, but as you can see, it gets me around the corner quite a bit more. You can see the gap, whereas if I was just walking around the corner, I'd be right here, and that's probably where that dude is actually aiming. So I pick up a pretty easy kill. He was reloading, to be fair, or I think he threw a grenade. And I did notice there was another guy up here. I'm waiting for my ability to respawn, and as you can see, we have finally been able to use that. Now, I want you to pay attention to the audio cues here. Something to note when you're playing Echelon and you're using the Intel Suit ability is that the audio cues actually let you know that you have pinged someone. It also does show it up here on the minimap. You can see right there that there is an enemy on the minimap, but I want you guys to just pay attention to the audio cue, because that little sound right there means that it has picked someone up. At that point, I've looked up at the minimap and I can see where this guy is, and from there it's a pretty easy kill. Again, jumping around the corner. You never want to round corners doing otherwise. Now at this point, once again taking a look at the minimap, as you can see, we have got the C flag, and the enemy team, they've got both the B flag and the A flag. And so I know that with those flags being here, the enemy team is going to be somewhere in that sort of general vicinity. They're not usually going to be coming from behind me. So I'm pushing back into this area and sort of just patrolling for enemies. And as you can see, there is one straight away. What I want you guys to note here, though, is that instead of going back where I came from, I'm now rounding to the other side, because I know that there are most likely going to be more enemies coming. The B flag is generally the most contested flag, not only on this map specifically, but just any map. The B flag is usually the one that is the most highly contested. So I'm already on the lookout for more enemies. I'm not just going to run through and try and capture B. I know they're going to be pushing me at this point. Now, what you can see here, if I scroll through this, well, actually, I'll play it first so you can see what I mean. I quickly switch over to this other guy. I don't know where the hell he even came from, to be honest, but I obviously noticed this guy first, right? So I'm not going to shoot at him straight away, because then he's going to be alerted that I'm there. So I sort of let him go. And as you can see, I switched to this side, sort of preemptively trying to get on target with him and take him out once he rounds that corner. But as you can see, as soon as he shows up, this other enemy shows up at the same time. And I immediately need to switch to that enemy because they can see me. I don't think this guy's seen me yet. Whereas I obviously know this enemy pretty much knows that I'm there. So as you can see, I quickly switched to that enemy. That was a pretty lucky kill, to be honest, but that kind of saved me. And then because I've taken damage, I know that that other dude is over in this corner somewhere. But for me, it's not really worth risking the death. I can see on my minimap, there is an enemy sort of converging on the B flag there. So I know that this enemy, wherever he's gone, he's going to be preoccupied. And so for me, it is time to kind of just get the hell out of there and sort of survive. I immediately run into this enemy that I did not know was there, get through his shield and get that kill. And then once again, I'm straight on the patrol for another kill. Not because I'm just hunting for kills, but I just know there's going to be people around me. So I'm mostly protecting myself rather than going out and trying to just go absolutely crazy or anything like that. You got to keep in mind in this kill streak, I wasn't planning on going on a kill streak. I just happened to stumble across it essentially. So here I'm not trying to go out and get a heap of kills. I'm just essentially patrolling my area. Now I hear some footsteps, and as you can see, there is an enemy over there. Once again, rounding that corner. I'm not walking around, I'm jumping around. That's going to throw so many enemies off. Now, obviously, anyone who is expecting you to be there, they're probably going to know that you're going to do that. But if someone was in this area and they don't know that I'm coming, you're almost guaranteed to get the kill there because they just don't have the time to react and lock on when you're already pretty much aimed at them. Now, I head back into here. This is kind of like what I consider the safe area in this map. If you have control of the central area, even though this isn't the B flag, this is what I consider to be the center of the map. And I've got a teammate in here, so I know that while I'm in here, I'm kind of safe. I do see an enemy up there and pick up what is the easiest kill ever. I kind of stole that guy's kill, to be fair. Now here, I didn't actually do the jump method that I mentioned. And as you can see, it nearly got me killed. If I had jumped around that corner, that would have been a pretty easy kill. Find that other dude over there. A lot of these kills are honestly luck in terms of where I'm finding the enemies. Now I've got my ability back and it is time to kind of go on the hunt a little bit. Nearly died again there, getting pretty lucky. And then I hear the shots as I'm falling off here. That was probably not the smartest thing to do, to actually just jump down like I did here. But I can hear the shots, so I know this guy's there, and luckily he's kind of preoccupied. As you can see there, you're probably wondering why the hell I sort of backed out of that fight. If you look at my ammo count, I am low on ammo. So right here, I see the enemy, and I had just looked at my ammo count, and I thought, it's not worth getting into that gunfight. But you can see that the MDR icon popped up, so I go back, try and hold that sight, and then pick up the new weapon because I just need some ammo at this point. And then from here, we have got the ult, which, if you guys haven't played Echelon before, this ultimate is absolutely insane. Some terrible aim there, but I do pick up a few kills here, and then I believe the final kill is coming up here before I untimely run into an enemy, I believe, as I'm maybe reloading. I can't really remember this that well. Oh no, some more atrocious aim, and then yeah, reloading. So the death there, I can't really complain about the death too much. It was just bad timing. What I would say is clearly enemies have started to pick up on the fact that I'm sort of, if we look at the map, this building that I was talking about just before, I'm clearly hanging around this. So if you hang around one area too long, enemies will catch on and you're sort of going to get hunted, and that's what happened here. So even though I can't really give too much feedback on the death, it was mostly just because of the fact I was hanging around the same area for a little bit too long, and that combined with some terrible aim means this guy comes and picks up a pretty damn easy kill. So that's a bit of an explanation as to the first kill streak in this video. Now we're going to quickly go through another one as well. Now before we do, I'm sure you guys know that the weapon grind is insanely slow in XDefiant, and so today's video is brought to you by Mitch Cactus, a website where you can get weapon levels and attachments done for you, making the most of your time while you're out at work or at school. They have well over 10,000 verified Trustpilot reviews and are by far the most legitimate way of doing this method. All of their packages are completely safe and legitimate. They don't hack or mod accounts or anything like that. They also have 24/7 customer support and even a 100% money back guarantee. Head on over to mitchcactus.com using the link in the description and use code SAMMY for 5% off for a limited time only. Now moving on to the second kill streak. This is once again with the ACR and the Echelon faction. This was all during the same weekend, trying to level up. If you guys watched my leveling up video on essentially the best ways to level up, I was trying to get this gun gold for the sake of that video. So even though I do really like it, I've been using a lot of other weapons too, but obviously a lot of the early footage I've got is pretty much just using the ACR because I was trying to max it out that weekend. Now, if we go back to the start here, again, I'm going to walk through, again, just my mindset during this. As you can see, the intel suit, especially on Arena, is very, very useful. Pick up some pretty easy kills using this, especially on the smaller maps. Now I've paused it here, and as you can see, there are 2 enemies that have been highlighted for us. Now, technically speaking, this one here is going to be the easiest kill because they are not looking. But this one here is the most immediate threat to me. And the thing that I find is you want to be taking out the most immediate threat to you at all times. I sort of mentioned that in the previous kill streak as well, when I had to switch to the enemy that I didn't know was there. It's always best to focus on the enemy that is going to pose the most immediate threat to you, even if you aren't guaranteed to get the kill on them. Whereas the other enemy, you're guaranteed to get the kill. It's worth trying to stay alive in that situation, obviously. And so here I'm focusing on getting the kill on this enemy. Another one then shows up. That is a super easy kill. Once again, a lot of kills in this game, I do find I'm essentially stealing other people's kills on accident. My aim is kind of all over the place in this match, to be honest. My aim has not been too flash in shooters lately. But one thing I want to note here is just the way that I'm sort of patrolling. I'm literally just sitting on the B flag this, the majority of this kill streak. And you can see that I'm looking at all 3, like, I guess, points of entry that the enemies can come from. So as soon as I pick up that kill, that right there is one area that the enemy is going to be able to come from. Obviously, After I check that area, then this area is obviously the next threat where enemies can come from sort of any direction, because there's a lot of spawn points in the back there. And then once I see that there's no one there, although there are a few deaths there, I'm switching over to this whole sort of section because they can come from even underneath here as well. And so that's something, especially on a map like this where the B flag is in such a hot section of the map, you want to be constantly, you know, switching focus. Don't just hold your angle on one side of the map. That's not going to work. And as you can see, I'm just throwing out EMPs, just trying to get feelers for where the enemies are. And we have finally spotted a few. I'm not going to try and challenge them because, as you can see, I'm on 50 health and they know exactly where I am. So at that point, you don't want to be re-challenging that gunfight. Just let them do their own thing. And this guy pushes up. Luckily, with the intel suit, it does help a lot with, you know, knowing when to push enemies and when to not push enemies. Now, right here, you can see that I see a couple of enemies, but I quickly notice they've got the shield up. As you can see, I challenge, but then, and now that I'm rewatching this, I realize the shield is actually destroyed there. So I could have actually tried to get a few kills, but as soon as I see that shield, I'm just like, nah, that's not worth me trying to take it out and then get the kills, because they essentially have got hundreds of health compared to me just having 100. They are both phantoms as well, so they've got added HP. It's not worth it. I'm in the sort of prime position here up on the flag. They have to come to me to be able to get the kills, so I just go straight back behind cover. And yeah, it's just not worth challenging gunfights like that. That's where a lot of people, and myself included, that's where a lot of deaths come from, realistically. So as you can see, I'm just kind of sitting up here and letting the enemies come to me. It's not worth me going down there to put myself in a bad position. They are all having to actually do the work to get up here. And that's pretty much what happens throughout the majority of this kill streak. They are just trying to get up onto the B flag, which is obviously on this map the whole point. Pretty much whoever has B is going to win those games. Again, you can see I'm not showing my body for too long there. I'll pick up a kill here. There's 2 more enemies there, and I'm just trying to get the hell out. I don't want to be showing myself for too long. Get the kill, get behind cover, and yeah, essentially continue doing that throughout the majority of this gameplay. Another kill there, and you can see the enemy starting to push around this side. I nearly fell off the edge of this here, so that's worth noting on this. You don't, if you fall down, you've now lost the hotspot. So yeah, definitely not worth doing unless right here. That's obviously what I'm trying to do. Like I mentioned, this is kind of why I played these 2 kill streaks back to back. In the previous kill streak when I died, I mentioned that the enemies clearly knew and they'd caught on to, like, all right, this dickhead is just sitting in the middle of the map, running around trying to pick us off. That's when you get really angry people. I know for myself, if I get killed by someone 5 times, I'm going to hunt them down. And so, as you can see, even though I just said you don't want to be getting out of the hotspots like this, after I've picked up, what is it now, 8 kills, I know that enemies are going to be starting to get kind of annoyed. So I jump off. I'm not doing myself any favors by being up there. I nearly die in this section. Didn't know that that guy was going to be there. The intel suit comes in super clutch when it comes to getting kill streaks. I probably would have died multiple times without having this, but pick up an assist there, and I can see there's so many enemies around here. I don't want to push in too far. That's the thing. It's easy to just see all of those pings and go, oh, I want to go and get a big multi-kill here. The reason I've fallen back is I know my ultimate is getting charged right now. So in a second, we're going to pop this ultimate, or the ultra as it's called in this game. And I get probably one of the best little ultra streaks that I've had so far in XDefiant. Still waiting for it to charge. Now, I need to actually learn how this charges, because now that I'm watching it, I thought this charged also with time, but it's been stuck on 99 the whole time until I get this kill. So I don't actually know. I need to check that out. If you guys know exactly how the ultra's charged, let me know. I know getting kills increases it, but I actually thought it still increased over time. It didn't really seem to do that there, but we have unlocked the ultra now, and it is time to absolutely send it. As you can see, there's not really too many tips I can give here because it's kind of obvious. You have wall backs, so run around to where the red lines are and try and kill them. A little bunny hop there, which I know a lot of people are going to be annoyed. Bunny hopping is very frustrating at times, but it works and it is fair game. I don't love when people do it to me either, but that's just how shooters are these days. As you can see, when I see this guy jump, it causes me to actually miss shots, but it also causes him to miss shots, and I think it works for me in the end. And then unfortunately I do run into this fella that I actually try the jump shot on again, this time to my own demise because it just threw me off. You'd think I would account for that when I'm aiming, but I literally just didn't hit my shots. So nearly got the 20 bomb, but unfortunately that guy killed me on the 19 kill streak. The thing is, at that point too, once I've gotten the ult, I'm not trying to play safe when I get this ultimate, especially with Echelon. I'm sending it. I don't care if I die at this point. I just want to get as many kills as I can because it's just fun. I just love using this ultimate. So at this point, I didn't really care that I died. I obviously wanted to get this kill, but then as you can see, there is one enemy here. We then continue to play through this once I die. So there was the dude that just ran off the screen. There's another enemy, another one, and then there was the other one that's probably around here now. Essentially the entire enemy team is in that section of the map, and so I was going to die anyway, and that's kind of, it's hard to give feedback on, you know, don't do what I just did, because realistically I didn't care if I was going to die at that point. Obviously I could have played a little bit smarter with this final kill. I'm on fire. I probably should have just run around the corner, but I knew that guy was chasing me, and I maybe because of the ult got a little bit ahead of myself and thought, you know, I've just killed the whole team, let me just kill this guy. But that's me getting a big ego, and it obviously ended up costing me, but a fun little kill streak nonetheless. So that is going to do it for the first kill streak breakdown, or the gameplay breakdown. It's not going to be kill streaks every week. Sometimes I'll go through gameplay, whether it's my own or someone else's, that is actually maybe not the best gameplay, and sort of pick apart what, you know, they could have done better. It's obviously easy for me to go through some of the, this is essentially the best streak that I've had in this game, and it makes me look good, but this is not how it happens every time. I usually do not get 19 kill streaks in this game, so a lot of the time I will go through and do more like negative gameplay, picking apart what I've done poorly, or like I said, when it comes to watching gameplay that you guys submit through the link in the description, some of it will be kill streaks, some of it will be just full matches, and some of it will be, yeah, picking apart where you can improve and stuff like that. So like I said, be sure to submit your kill streaks and just general gameplay to the link in the description. If you guys have any feedback on this video moving forward for the rest of the series as well, be sure to let me know. I've done this for games in the past, but this isn't a series I've done, you know, multiple times. So if there's any ways I can improve this type of video, be sure to let me know as well. But that is going to do it for today's video. Thank you all very much for watching. You guys have a great day, and I'll see you all out there in the arena.